This episode of Speakers of Hydaelyn is made possible by our generous patrons like Chris, Craig Marshall, Bellafray Dragontooth, Clinway, Metallic Ophelion, Amara May, Dan Wilkerson, Christoph Haas, Centra, Mommy B, Infinitron, Casey Schaefer, Alex Baus, and Omega Cat Comet. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersXIV. This is Speakers of Hydaelyn. Good evening, ARCians. Welcome to Speakers of Hydaelyn, episode 46. I'm Lukile Bravestone, and I am joined today by Orange Caramel, Yazpot, and Maela and Yazz, who I haven't fixed their close-up cameras, but hey, here we are. That was a smooth intro, of course, as usual. We have a lot to cover today, so prepare for a marathon of a podcast episode.
Yep.
Yeah, on Monday, the 22nd, Live Letter 36 took place, and we got a lot of news, especially most of the news being related to the battle system. So we're going to talk about that today. The battle system changes, the job gauges, the job action video, the attributes, the change in attributes. We're going to touch on the PvP changes, and if we have time for it, we might talk about the jump potions, but I doubt we'll have time for that. Before we do that, channel updates. Remnants of a Realm was released on Monday. Next episode should be back to regular release on Wednesday. Fallen Rise is now in post-production, so chill. It'll be out soon. I can't put out a date yet, but it is imminent. So Chronicles of a Realm, when I get Fallen Rise out, that's when I'll start working fully on Chronicles of a Realm. Same goes for Secrets of a Realm, which is the new one. Yeah, so we're open to suggestions for new series. There is a suggestions channel on Discord if you want to suggest any future content. Also, the questions, I don't know if people know this, but questions that are asked in the questions channel, they will be answered on the podcast, not necessarily in the channel itself. Okay, we still have to do the regular segment, what we've been doing in Final Fantasy XIV this week. Anyone want to start? Or should I can start. What have I done? Oh yeah, I leveled my Dragoon for the first time. Thank you very, very much. Did
you give up on leveling Paladin?
I did level it to 60.
Oh, nice.
I'm done with that. So
you only have Dragoon left.
I only have Dragoon left, which is going to be the longest. I have to do that before Stormblood to be.
You left the best class to for the final.
Sure. So yeah, I've done that. Just leveling. I haven't really done anything else, I think. No. No. Orange? What have you done?
Well, I attended to the Red Day on Sunday.
Oh.
And
right.
I went to the Gold Saucer and checked my Jumbo Cactpot.
Did you win?
Of course not.
Could have just said yes for entertainment value. I won $1 million.
And I think that's so.
Right. Maela?
Killed a big dragon today.
Oh, wow.
Oh, congrats. Oh, yeah, you did Nidhogg today.
Yeah, finally got around to doing that.
Nice.
And you didn't join. Didn't join us?
I didn't join.
It's rude.
That was pretty rude of me. I agree. But I was busy editing the Hawk Manor video.
Do you have your burbs yet?
Did you get a burb?
I've only got Ravana, which is it's the only one I really wanted, but I'd like to go through them all to.
What? You don't want that Firebird?
The Firebird's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't have a single burb, and I think I only have 2 ponies. I
got the Firebird. No big deal.
I don't
You're
want
a
it
lucky
anyway.
guy.
I don't want it anyway. It's a stupid bird. Yeah, no. Yeah, yes. What have you done this week?
I actually did play.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Play the
I know.
game. Oh,
I just helped a friend get through some of the early Aroma Reborn stuff.
right. Oh,
And yeah, I was just helping people all week, basically helping people level, whatever, get
Nice.
fast queues, you know.
mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the end of an expansion, so we don't really do much
Exactly.
of interest.
Although for some reason yesterday I was did like a server-wide thing to pop the Southern Thanalan S rank to
Oh.
complete fates for an hour straight, and there was actually like a queue for my server.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What? Oh.
I don't
Wait.
know why.
What server are you on?
I'm on Cactuar.
Oh, right. So, like a login queue?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
we-
very normal for us, for our
But we
server,
don't-
but
I was going to say that we have a queue a lot of times.
I think I have a queue every time I log in. But we are a very overpopulated server, so
It's
Right.
only 10 people on anyway.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's like you're in queue, 3 people.
It's slightly.
But you don't have to wait. You just have to click cancel and try to log in again.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a stupid system. Okay, let's get into the actual shit that people are tuning in for. Live letter 36. Okay, we just have to begin. Battle system changes was announced, and we talked about this like a while back that we were getting a little bit worried that we didn't get any like updates on the battle system changes. And then they started like back because initially they said what was it? Revamp. Battle system revamp. And I was like, no, it's not a revamp, it's a adjustment. Well, we thought maybe just that they were chickening out, that they didn't really make a lot of changes, but they seem to have done quite a bit. So the reasoning for the changes was that the current system is too complex. It's overly complex. Is that a thing that we feel? Because I remember...
There are a lot of skills, that's all.
There are a lot, but a
Players
lot of them
might
aren't
be-
used.
I think in a certain way they made it more complex now. I can
It's like-
explain why later, but
Yeah, we'll get to that. But I just thought that was okay. It's too many actions, not enough hotbar space. Basically, is what they said first. So they will be pruning skills, and in the current system, overemphasis on status icon management. Core 5 casual players disparity.
core versus.
Core versus,
Hardcore
of course.
versus casual.
Of course. Lack of synergy between jobs. Lack of synergy between jobs. So those were the main issues they had with the current battle system. So, what did they do? They were going to abolish additional actions. So they decided to provoke issues for tanks. So that's been a problem that's been around for ages, ever since the game.
I've never really had too much of an issue with it, honestly.
Well, I mean, you're a paladin.
You're a
Right. Right.
So,
But I mean, I play all the tanks.
yeah, true. But
Did you level Paladin your first job?
Yes, technically.
So
But I
you
didn't
have the-
play Paladin for almost all of Realm Reborn.
yeah. Because I've encountered a few tanks that don't have provoke. Like they're
Oh, that's what you mean by that.
yes.
Oh, I
That-
see.
That if
I
you want to
see.
play warrior, you have to level a paladin.
I thought they meant like you had a problem using provoke and it working properly or
Oh,
something.
right. No. Oh, yeah. I think.
Okay, I
no.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
So because in the current system, you have to level the paladin to
I think it's 40,
40-ish. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
What
It's
provoke?
pretty high.
Isn't it
Yeah.
like 39,
24,
30? Huh? What? 24?
24.
That's
I was,
it?
Yeah.
I thought it was way higher than that for some reason.
I'm
it was-
pretty sure. Let me. It's 22.
22.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well,
not bad.
That's not too bad. But for people that don't know
According
about,
to this wiki.
but I mean, there are a lot of people that level like a warrior,
Yeah,
and
it's not
Mhm.
like
had no idea that they had to.
Right.
I'm saying same goes for Swiftcast.
Swiftcast as well. That is a proper pain if you have a
That is
healer that doesn't have
almost as
Swiftcast.
important
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
provoke for
Uh,
healers and
And I think that's pretty high up on Thaumaturge, isn't it? It's like 27, 26, 26, yeah.
yeah.
So that's always been like a pain in the ass. Adding roll actions in place of existing cross-class skills. These will be categorized by tank, healer, melee, DPS, range DPS, caster. Just like we talked about previous episode, sort of like the it's basically the cross-class system, but now instead of being class, it's just roll.
Now it's useful.
Now it's useful, and you don't have to actually level a lot of classes to get them. So then they talked about the caster roll actions. Now, when we looked at oh god, I want to talk about the healer one so bad, but we'll have to talk about the we're at the casters now. Oh god, I can't say that word. Apocastasis? Never said that out loud.
Apocastasis?
Apocastasis, Swiftcast, Eye for an Eye, Surecast are all cross roll now, so you don't get them with your job. They are additionals. How? I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's worse when we get to the healer one. What else do we have to talk about this? I just realized that there's like a lot here that we don't have to talk about. Virus is changed to Adel, which is now the purple virus icon that we saw.
Yeah, and it's just the int half of virus.
Right.
It doesn't have the strength and dex debuff. It's only int and mind.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, and they showed a lot of... We're not going to go through that. Hotbar. Grayed out actions are actions that have been removed from the game. That was very uninteresting, but basically you get like a gray icon, and they had like a red crossover it, which is... Yeah, you have to redo hotbars on early access launch.
Can they just remove it?
Yeah, no, that would be easy, Orange. We have to make it.
I'm gonna keep mine on my bar,
We have
so I'll always have those icons. And
It's like they want to make it easier, but they are making more complicated with this. People will freak out if they don't know.
I know people who have kept Thunder on their Conjurer because they just refuse to get rid of it, and it's still there.
They look at it every time that like a tear is like falling.
Yeah.
So you can have 5 roll actions. That is the limit. So I think that's the current cross-class limit.
It is.
Yeah.
But this is kind of one of the reasons why I think in this respect it's more complicated than it used to be.
Yeah.
Because right now it's kind of like, okay, it may be a little bit of a strain to get the certain cross classes that you want, but you're not really everybody knows what their choices are.
Yeah.
There's a few jobs that have, okay, well, this is kind of useless. This is kind of useless. Pick which one you want. But for the most part, you have set ones that are all useful, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And in this current setup, especially for some of the jobs later, like some of the other roles, there's going to be like, okay, you want to bring this set for this fight. And, or like, okay, discuss with your group beforehand who's bringing what abilities to the fight.
Yeah.
So and I like that. I do like that. But saying it's less complicated is a little weird.
Yeah.
That works the same way as a talent tree.
Right.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
It kind of does. Yeah, like the trade system or something.
That's true. Yes, they've actually made it more complex this time, but
right.
Let's look at the different skills then. The cross roll skills. For tank, there's low blow. Move to cross roll from Dark Knight. All tanks will now have access to it. What is low blow again?
Stun.
Oh, that's the stun one. Okay, good.
I'm not sure if it does damage or not though. This time around.
I think every skill, every stun skill that deals damage.
I think they changed it though. I've been hearing that. I don't know. I can't confirm it.
The new version. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But
I think it's the same way with the silences and the slows and the heavies and stuff. I think they took away damage from all of those. If I could be wrong, but that's what I've been hearing.
That's scary.
Does it have a cooldown, that skill? Or is it like global cooldown? I think it has a 30-second cooldown, right?
Yeah.
So
something like that.
Paladin got a no cooldown stun, right? So
and we're keeping it.
Yeah.
It's still there.
There is emphasis on tanks will not lose native stuns. So you will still keep your
well, unless you're Dark Knight, and then you.
Unless you're Dark Knight.
Well, actually, no, because Warrior loses brutal swing, and it gets replaced with low blow.
Because it's the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. What do? Okay, well, we'll get back to that. 5 new tank cross roll skill icons. Provoke, Convalescence, Rampart, confirmed cross roll. Reprisal looks to be the new Vengeance, and Enrage is an AoE provoke. Which just, it looks like the provoke icon, just more crazy in the background.
Right.
Yeah, is there anything worth mentioning here about the tank cross roll skills? Are we?
I like Reprisal being in there a lot. That's awesome. I think the Enrage AoE provoke is a little weird, but I'm sure it'll if they give us an opportunity to have it being useful, that's awesome. That'd be really cool.
I find that one useful. I mean, for raids, whenever 3 or more mobs spawn at the same time, you will be able to get them all much easier.
That's true.
So, I could also see uses for it on single targets as well. Like, say you need to provoke 2 things back to back, and you haven't had the full 20 seconds elapse for provoke to come back up. You could just use it on a single target anyways, right?
But I still find the provoke CD a bit too much. I think it's the only game that has a long cooldown for this kind of skills. Like 40 seconds is the provoke has.
I think it's 20 seconds.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's 20.
I think it's 20.
Or 20. Yeah, I think it's something 20. I haven't.
Although I kind of like that it has a cooldown, because then it makes it more, I don't know, it has more weight when you actually use it. You know, you can't like, oh, I botched it. Oh, well, I can just do it again, you know?
Yeah, and as you said, now you have a second provoke, so you can,
It's fine, it's fine. I just find it weird.
No, I get that, for sure.
So, DPS crossroll. Bloodbath is now a confirmed crossroll skill. Was there any change to that other than the icon? Do we know that?
I don't think we know.
No. Goad is a crossroll skill.
Yes.
TP for days.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, we can't forget the fact that sprint no longer requires TP either. So it's like we have so much TP, and second wind is also now a cross-class skill. Cross roll skill. I have to get used to that. Bard cross roll, which was weird. Why is that? Okay, whatever. Second win. Swift Song. Swift Song is a cross roll skill now, and all DPS are now getting stun. So that's good. Is there like a DPS class that doesn't have a stun ability
right now?
Bard? No. Well, Bard doesn't have a stun. That's true. They only have a silence and a bind.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's.
I'm not sure about machinist, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Machinist does have one.
Machinist has
Casters don't.
Yeah.
Casters
but it
don't?
shares a.
Miss Blacknish doesn't.
Oh yeah, Summoner probably doesn't either.
I think they kind of just misspoke on that. I don't think the casters are necessarily getting stuns. I think when they said all DPS, they meant all
maybe they meant like
DPS.
Probably.
CCs, so they can interrupt stuff or you know.
Well, every job has some
pull
form
away
of it.
enemies.
If you include, you know, depends on what you include, but I think that's more, like I guess really Bard would be the only physical damage dealing job that doesn't have a stun right now.
Yeah.
So
they're getting it now. Now here's the healer. Here we
go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is okay. Healer cross rolls are as follows: Regen, Protect, Presence of Mind, Eye for an Eye, Surecast, Swiftcast, and possible Regen again. Okay. What the fuck? These are all almost all of them are white mage abilities.
I think they put the wrong skill into there. I don't believe it's Regen. It's Isuna, not Regen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you mean the last one?
The last one, yeah, that might be. Isuna.
I don't think Regen's on there.
No, because I can't recall seeing that.
No. There is a Regen one. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Is there the color? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we talked about it when we were watching.
That was the Shroud of Saints.
That was Shroud. Yeah. There's actually a few missing from there then.
Yeah, there is, because there was a purple
like we
Shroud
can
of
gather
Saints.
official information from the.
Because we have all our sources we have all the information here, so don't worry.
Right.
Shroud of Saints, purple Shroud of
it.
Saints.
purple virus.
It will be native scholars.
Everything's purple.
Everything is purple now. Yeah, no, there was a purple Shroud of Saints as well. So we know that. I don't know if that was confirmed to be Shroud of Saints, but it looks like an MP regeneration skill. Cross-class.
They probably changed the name.
Yeah.
Looking at this, I'm pretty sure regen's not on there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's assume it's not on there then. But still, when you only have 5 slots for cross roll, and you're a white mage, you have to have protect. You need swift cast.
Oh.
You need Shroud of Saints.
Isuna, you need most of the time.
Of course.
Well.
What?
Cleric stance isn't there as well.
Oh, Cleric stance as well is also there. The new Cleric stance.
Where did you find this list?
I don't know. It's not very good.
This is Reddit. I'm sorry, everyone. This is Reddit providing this information. But yeah, it was for a white mage. That means we basically just get the same stuff, but we now have to. We can't use any of the new stuff because I need all of the old ones. So if there are any new ones. Oh boy, that's, I don't know. It was funny because it is also the person who did this.
Another question I have, well, I'm reading that in chat, is that why do scholars need Shroud of Saints? I mean,
well, they don't. They could not bring it.
But that means they will be able to spam a lot of AoE healing. Things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if they use Shroud of Saints.
I think a big reason why that's on there is because don't forget Shroud of Saints. Well, it's called Lucid Dream now, I believe. It halves your MP, halves your enmity while regenerating MP.
Right.
So it would help with if a scholar's pulling too much hate, they could still have their MP or have their enmity with it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it would still have a use, though probably not the same use it's going to have for the other healers.
Right. Yeah, because also someone said in chat, we don't know if the other healers are keeping their MP regen. We don't know if scholars.
Maybe they are. They removed the MP regen for either field.
That's a very good point. They could have done that.
Yeah.
They could have done that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was so OP. I loved it. That was one of the reasons that I love Scholar.
Yeah.
That would be weird for them to have to separate it, because I'm assuming they could have taken it away from Summoner too, but I would assume they would have to keep it on Summoner and remove it from Scholar. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there were more news there was a lot more coming up for healers. A very big thing was announced. You know how Cleric Stance used to just swap mind and intelligence to deal damage? Well, that time is over now, because we're heading into an era where mind is used to calculate damage.
2017. Whoa.
Wow, 2017, what a year. Cleric Stance will no longer swap intelligence and mind. It will instead increase spell potency for a short time, and we believe it was 5%. Was that the first?
It's 5% for 15 seconds.
Yeah. Orange, of course, wants it to be more, but you have to remember that you are now dealing damage based on mind, so it's...
Yeah, but what's the point of adding a skill that empowers your DPS 5%? You will waste more time using that skill than... I would rather DPS.
I think the idea is that if you don't... I mean, you're going to be DPSing anyways. Yeah. It's not going to take time to pop a cooldown.
Your DPS is going to be the same as everyone else's, like a normal DPS, because it's using mind now. The 5% is just a bonus, and although it will have an animation, I imagine,
but the point
it's
is...
not going to be a 20-second animation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. No, of course, but it's... The other skills have 40% increase of DPS for warrior or for paladin, and I see this one being 5%. That kind of makes me sad.
I think the idea of it, Orange, is that if you have 4 that you need and you have an empty spot that you don't need anything in at the time, you could just bring that for a little bit extra DPS.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it anyways. Exactly. It's better than nothing. It's like, sure, why not take it if you have a free slot, right?
Yeah.
I told just one more thing. I told Lukile that this skill is going to be buffed in the future, and you'll see.
Well,
it might.
Yeah,
you never know.
It's very possible.
At least to 10%, please. Come on, 10%. That's nothing.
Did we see what the cooldown on this was?
It's 90 seconds.
So it's just like, okay, 90 seconds. Oh.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's half of Raging Strikes now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
3 minutes every time I want my DPS buffed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it will not impact heals, cleric stance. I mean, so even if your damage goes up by 5%, your healing does not go up by 5%. That's important to note, I think.
And another thing that is not on here is actually break, which is a cross-class heavy for healers.
Yeah, that's true. That too, because because there was in the PvP section. No, they didn't talk about it in the PvP section. Do they? Wait, I have to make sure this is actually
I
on
don't
here.
know. Yeah.
Because they talked about the stone 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, that one is down all the way down here. But I'll bring it up now. If you have, I think it's mostly stone. What other skills do we have that are numbered? I don't think fire. Well, anyway, I'll just say what it is.
Right.
For spells that have like multiple, like stone 1, stone 2, stone 3, and now stone 4, the skill will automatically upgrade to the highest possible tier. If you level sync, if you level sync to say 15, you will get stone 1 where your stone 4 used to be. So I was slightly enraged by that because stone 1 is really useful in PvP. But we'll get to the PvP part later. But we also get because of heavy.
I can tell you guys that he was really surprised when you saw this on stream.
Yeah, for some reason I got a little bit heated.
I didn't expect this for a stone, to be honest, because you know what you said.
I got angry over stone, everyone. I'm sorry.
Well, they answered.
Yeah, they did. We'll get to the PvP part later because that's a whole other place. Switch. Okay, so then they showed the monks. This is actually terrible notes, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Confirmed to be they showed the new UI, which is also something we're going to cover in a few minutes. Monk is getting a party-wide damage up buff. And
physical damage.
Physical damage, yeah. And monks now stack chakra by other party members doing their jobs right. Basically, they showed like the video of monks fighting like side by side, and you can see something jumping over to the other.
And it's anytime anyone uses a weapon skill, which is insane.
That is
because that means you're going to be taken from tanks and you're going to be taking from range DPS if they're in range.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That is going to be a lot of chakra. Like too much, you're not going to have anything to do with it. You're like, oh, I need TP. All right, I got TP. Okay, I want a forbidden chakra. Okay, sweet, we got that. Like,
God, that's
what
OP material right there, but
a little bit. I mean, everything's on cooldown, so eventually you're just going to be full and not have anything to do with it. But
that's true.
Still,
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to the job gauges. So those were the new HUD displays that they. Did we not cover? I'm sorry, guys. I have to check this first. Professional.
That's the next thing in the list.
Professional podcast. Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna get to the paladin stuff and all that later. Okay. Never mind that. Yeah, the new HUDs were shown off. So their reasoning for it was that there's too much focus on the buff-debuff timers that we currently have, the tiny icons on the top of the screen. So they wanted it to be easier to see when something is going on, basically, when something important is about to run out or you've built up enough something of something. And they showed we talked about Monk, and they showed the Monk UI, which is basically 4 balls that got filled up as chakra.
It's like a 5 circle, with 3 lightning bolts underneath, which is awesome.
We should probably have had a picture of that. We have the video, but I don't think we can play that now.
Right.
They showed Black Mage UI. I know Maela is excited about the upcoming changes to Black Mage, which I think we're going to talk about in a little bit. The Black Mage UI is basically just an Enochian timer, and Enochian will now be on as long as you're under Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. Right. As long as you have that going, you have Enochian. Sorry, Enochain. Right. For Paladins, they will now an Oath gauge with increased visibility regarding to stance. We'll get back to that. So you can change the size of the UIs. Hey, good to know. They're not, because when they showed them up, they were like massive, but they had I think they'd just blown them up to the biggest size.
Which ones, like Paladin, you're not going to need big at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so anyways.
So I think the most important thing was when I looked at the healer one, the White Mage one, I think that's the most boring one. It's basically just flower.
Yeah. Oh, the White Mage one was kind of cool.
I mean, it's nice looking.
They all were. It was amazing artwork on them compared to most of the UI in this game, which isn't the best.
That is true.
But the artwork on those is lovely.
I think the weird part about White Mage is that they kind of made it in a way where it wouldn't have been able to be shown any way else. Like, how do you show that with a buff? I mean, I guess you could have stacks, but that would be pretty weird.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
it would be like ether flow, I suppose, wouldn't it?
I guess. But you don't generate it in the same way. It's not like a depleting resource. It's a slowly gaining resource.
Yeah. To specify, the healing lilies, each lily reduces recast times or can consume them to fuel other skills. That is basically what they do.
And it seems putting barriers on party members seems to be the go-to thing to do with your lilies.
We have barriers. But I have to say, the White Mage one, White Mage is pretty... I think that's the class that changed the least. I think that's like the most boring change in the game, but that's fine. That's White Mage. It's supposed to be basic.
I'm sitting here going, I hope that they just didn't show us something.
Yeah, kind of.
Because I'm looking at it this way. The jobs that they went, hey, this needs to be changed. This is not good enough. They answered perfectly. You know, like, we'll talk about it later. Paladin got so much love. Monk got the love it needed. And then there's White Mage sitting there going, everybody's like, what does it do, though?
Yeah.
Like, did it...
We got some lilies and lost almost all of our good skills to the additional...
It's going to be a great time for you.
To the cross roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, no stone skin.
Yeah.
They've removed it.
We got a barrier, though. Hey.
I'm pretty sure they read about the White Mage.
Yeah.
They probably show like a lot of skills or, you know.
That or they've just decided that White Mage is going to be like the boring... low-tier healer.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
They will have to make adjustments for sure in the future because there is something. There's always something that it's not.
I mean, they have to. Yeah, I mean, seeing as they're not adding another healer class, they have to make sure that the current healers are fun to play.
Yeah.
So
I just hope that they don't take that long as they took with the Astrologian changes, and they've fixed it in the start of the expansion. So we can have a balanced environment.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Samurai has Kenki and Sen gauge. The Sen monitors the Sengetsu cast stances you have active. Kenki fuels your other skills. I was a bit confused by that whole system because they said that it wasn't going to be like what's it called, ninja, but more like monk in the way those things worked. But I don't know how you. I guess you charge the different because there were 3 icons. You charge them up by doing specific skills, I think.
Yeah, it's like apparently the way you do your combo can build additional. I think they're called sen.
Yeah.
And then you get to blow all 3 on a huge move, I guess.
Yep, that's what it seemed like.
That's what. Yeah.
Yep. So that was pretty cool. Still, we don't quite know how it works. Scholar has a fairy gauge now and an ether flow gauge with 3 dots.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it seemed like you tethered your pet to a person. Does that mean that they have full health, or what does that mean? Like, is they?
I think they removed the pet skills.
You think they removed the pet skills?
Oh, I can't imagine they did that.
And changed them for that thing, so it could be more, useful for the one who plays it, because you normally set it to automatic, and you cannot you don't usually use it. So now you can do that instead. I'm thinking that way. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know. We'll see.
That would make it horrible to do like a low level roulette, because then you'd actually have to heal.
I think it's more along the lines of like, I want to directly heal this person, ignore everybody else.
Yeah, I think so too.
And maybe like with another thing I was thinking of, maybe they lowered the way Embrace scales with level, so it doesn't maybe heal as great at 70.
Yeah.
And
maybe
it's more of a way to be like, okay, if I need big heals, I can't rely on just a regular Embrace. Let's actually focus target this person.
Yeah, like like if there's like a big like tank buster coming up, maybe you want some extra heals on him.
Right.
I can't imagine them turning off removing the pet skills. That would be too much, I think. Maybe. We don't know though, but I would be very surprised if they did.
Those are my thoughts. We'll see.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know at this point.
Yeah. I'm just guessing.
Dragoon has 2 new gauges. Blood of the Dragon can be consumed to change their gauge in some way. And Eye of the Dragon is now a new Dragoon element. What? Have I missed something here? It's a new Dragoon element. That's nice.
Well, I get what they meant. They worded it really weird.
So,
but
yeah.
Essentially, you get Blood of the Dragon 2. Is pretty much what it is.
Woo-hoo!
You stay in it long enough, and they go, "Hey, what's up, dude? You got an eye now. Want to open the eye?" And you go, "Yep, I want to open the eye." And then you get cool. You get way cooler.
Nice.
It's like an advertisement for making it for keeping that buff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I compare it a lot to the Black Mage thing, where the longer they stay in Enochian, they get stacks to spend on random things, right? Whereas this one's more of like, okay, you earn those stacks ahead of time, and then you get, again, Blood of the Dragon 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
Ninja gets a Huton timer. Each pinwheel blade is 10 seconds, so as Huton falls off, the pinwheel blades falls off.
That Huton timer was really needed. When I level it up, that was the last class I leveled it up. Sorry. I was really upset about that timer because I missed
small.
it a lot of times. Yeah, it's so small, and so it was really needed.
Yeah,
it's really gonna help other players that don't necessarily play Ninja constantly get into it, right?
Yeah.
Because I know ninjas are like, we don't need that, but well, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You don't main ninja, right?
Yeah. Also, it seems Ninja scroll gauge for Niniki fuels new actions, and it just seemed like Ninja just got like ley lines. Like when they used the scroll, they got like something underneath them.
It was used for that frog skill too.
Oh yeah, that's true. They got a frog. They got a frog. That happened.
Little pet frog.
Let's see here. Red Mage was interesting because it's all about balance. So there's there are 2 like it's only 1 gauge for Red Mage, but it has 2 sort of tubes that slowly fill up with white and dark magic. Or sorry, was it? Yeah, white and dark magic.
Mm-hmm. White and black magic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, black.
I don't know why they said dark.
It says dark here, so I was like, what is this?
I know.
White and black magic, and at some point you reach like a threshold, I think, where you can use melee DPS, and you just shoot forward to the target.
And do a Zorro?
Do a Zorro and jump back.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is pretty awesome. Looking forward to all that Zorro.
I thought that was one of the... It looks fun. I wasn't expecting to think that Red Mage would be that great. Just from my opinion, obviously. Everybody else can like it. But I was looking at that. I'm like, that looks awesome. Just like a balancing act the whole time. It looks...
Yeah.
It looks new.
It does.
It looks like a new concept, right?
It does. It was refreshing to see that. What?
I'm just thinking between white and black magic, but the white magic is just going to be like damage based, isn't it?
Right.
They're not going to get anything interesting. Like
it's your...
You have to heal as well, or...
No, it's your arrows, your stones, your water, and your holy is basically what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Magic.
I just remembered our cross skill that we didn't talk about. Wasn't it?
I was gonna go back to those, but I figured we were past it.
We should probably, if we remember them, we should take them now, because I just remember that Black Mage is getting res.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yes.
Yes. Or was it unconfirmed?
Raging Strikes, which is more upsetting than anything else.
Because someone saw an icon that looked like a res icon, but it might have been just off.
The main things we forgot from those were basically anybody ranged is getting like a, or maybe it's just the mages, but you're getting an Asuna essentially.
Yeah.
They're getting, instead of quelling strikes, you're getting diversion, which is essentially Shade Walker. So you can, or people don't know if it's that, but it's either reduce your enmity just like quelling strikes or put it to another person. It's unknown, but I'm assuming it might just be actually just a quelling strikes. We missed the big one for ranged DPS is they can actually put a damage buff or a damage reduction buff on another party member by 20%.
Oh yeah,
which is huge. Melee DPS can ignore positionals, and I think that's it.
Yeah,
that's all we missed. But yeah, sorry, because I knew people were gonna say you can miss all these ones, so I just wanted to get those out of the way.
Yep, we did them. Okay. Let's move on to machinist. I didn't quite get this one. It has a heat gauge. Yeah, they had it has a heat gauge. Using Gauss barrel pumps up the heat, but what does the heat do?
I think it was the flamethrower thing.
Yeah.
So when it gets flamethrower.
The flamethrower built it a lot, but every action, like Hotshot was building it. Seemed like most things were building it a small amount.
So does
flamethrower built it a lot? It was like halfway up.
But what does it?
So flamethrower isn't the ultimate.
No, I don't think so.
And what is the ultimate?
Yeah, what is?
What happens when it's too hot?
What's the point with the?
Maybe you can't heat it up too much.
That's a thing that people are assuming. But you also he throws heat out of his gun. It's really weird. But if you watch it, he's like, "Oh, get this out of here," and then he throws it at the thing. I have no idea.
Could you get a damage penalty? I don't know what would happen if you reach.
knows.
I think it's another way to call it gotch.
What?
I'm sorry. Gotch.
Gotch. You mean Gauss?
Gauss barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks interesting. I don't think we know really enough about it.
That got me thinking. If they are going to remove skills and a lot of stuff, they will have to change the text logs for the NPCs, right? Because a lot of them explain you how to use them, and I'm remembering a machinist NPC. I think it's the guild leader that teaches you how to use your skills and stuff. So they will have to change those ones.
They have to especially change the white mage one. The white mage job quests are all based around those fucking.
I'm pretty sure it's done now, but that would be a lot of work.
Yeah, because what do you get instead? They have to do you not get anything in those anymore? Those quests that previously gave you presence of mind and all that? Because
that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even some stuff where people were looking at the tooltips, and some of these stuff you don't unlock post 60. You unlock them pre 60.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Like Paladin unlocks their AoE at level 46.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Yeah. How
What if they didn't think of that and they just left it there?
What if we have to do
Yeah.
What if they are watching us right now like, oh
Yeah,
my
like,
god.
oh shit. Wow, that's maybe we have to do like every single job quest from level
Again.
1.
Yeah,
But that's bad in two ways.
Forget everything you
Because
learned.
on one side,
No,
if
thanks.
you're unlocking like a skill at level 40 something, it's a new skill, you'll miss that because you're now 60.
Mhm.
So you'll never get to do that class quest.
That's 46,
Or-
so it's probably not a job quest.
Or
Oh, yeah,
either way, though.
True. How
It would be 45.
Or they
if it's
just.
a job quest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea.
We'll never find out.
We'll never
Well, I
find
will,
out.
because I haven't got many classes at 6.
Time to delete your characters, boys.
Yep. Here we go.
Start over.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure this out when it comes out. It'll be interesting to see how they solve that.
Mm-hmm.
Summoner, yeah, we'll get to that one. Black Mage indicates element and current stacks. Enochian.
How do you feel about that, Maela?
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
like?
very excited for Black Mage because they're going to get to cast Foul
Foul.
once you keep.
Yeah.
I think that's what it says on the notes. or
Yeah, it's
something.
called
Yeah.
foul. Yeah.
So once you keep Enochian up for 30 seconds, you charge up your massive Flare 2.
Oh, it's finally
essentially.
coming. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be able to triple cast Fire 4 everywhere.
Cast.
And it's just going to be amazing. And I will have 30 seconds for every single Enochian rotation. I won't even have to worry about. I can put Thunder in every single one.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Have you heard about the Umbral Heart stacks that you also get?
I've seen them. I don't really know what they're used for.
I don't know what they do either.
But I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it's for some of their
guessing-
other skills, that they haven't shown off yet or something. I don't know.
My only issue with the new Black Mage stuff is Thunder 4. Because an AoE Thunder is something I've said we've needed for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a higher tier than Thunder 3, so it's going to cost more mana to use.
But
True.
Thunder 2 is also becoming AoE.
So I mean, as a good Black Mage, I only ever cast Thunder 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then I used Thundercloud proc for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how's it going to work with 4?
Maybe. not.
You can use it on Thundercloud.
Oh yeah.
But then what? Am I going to have to use it on one mob and then hope for the best, or just waste?
Could
mana
do
on it?
that, or you could, depending, because
I'll
what
have
they
to-
said
I'll
they're
have to do it
doing.
in ice, I suppose you can do it in ice. It's fine.
Right. I mean, maybe they reduce the cost of Thunder 3 because that's your single target.
Potentially.
Thunder 2 is going to be your AoE up until a certain point, but then that's going to get replaced. So you're basically going to have Thunder 3 and Thunder 4 by level 70.
Right. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be weird.
Okay. I can deal with that.
according
Maybe.
to
I'm really excited for the changes to see how it plays out.
yeah.
Me too.
According to chat, according to Reddit, Umbral Heart reduce MP cost of some abilities. That is at least a theory. So-
That's a
Interesting.
bit pointless, isn't it?
That is a little bit pointless. I feel like it's got to do more than that.
yeah, probably. Yeah, they also showed. Did they show anything else? Did we talk about this? Transporting. Oh yeah, transporting to your ley lines.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
that's going to be weird.
and the
That'll
best
take a lot getting used to.
the best part is that White Mage can pull you out of the ley lines.
No,
Can't say I'm excited for that, but
that's going to be 100%.
Hey Maela, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have so much fun.
You know,
I cool down on both of them. We can
I thought
just
about
bounce
transferring it
between
all
them.
to your server. I don't think I'm going to anymore. I don't think I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
anymore.
pull everyone around.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
But at least
Half
Black
the
Mage can
cost
just
of
jump
fire.
back to the ley lines again, which is nice.
I mean, I don't use ethereal manipulation very much because it's quite tricky to use
Yeah.
because you have to target someone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
at least-
target the
at least-
boxes.
This one, press the button, you're at your ley lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least probably within a certain range.
It says here that White Mage used Quake. I think that was just Stone 4. Or did it? Or was it
Pretty
Quake?
sure. I don't think
I haven't actually considered the fact that it could be Quake, but it's probably just Stone 4.
I'm pretty sure it's Stone 4.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Big one where the huge chunks come out of the ground.
Yeah, like stone pillar came out of the ground.
Cool.
Yeah. So they showed Warrior. Warrior gets a lot of changes. Just like Paladin, Defiance and Deliverance have different job gauges to make it easier to see if you're in the tank or DPS stance. Stances are also kept as icons, and I said that was because it was to let other party members know which stance you were in, which makes sense.
I'm wondering how far that goes, though. Like, are you going to be able to see what stance a black mage is in, or are they just going to not show you that anymore? Because I want to be able to call out an ice mage.
Yeah. I don't know.
Time has come.
Probably.
Just don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Probably not, seeing as they specified for like tank
just the tanks.
stances. Yeah.
I think you'll notice after a bit when you're not seeing half the screen covered in fire.
Yeah, probably that's true.
Yeah, but I play with animations off most of the time.
Oh,
so
shit.
Do you?
Well, then it'll get harder. New fuel is Inner Beast, like the attack. That's what fuels the gauge. The Inner Beast gauge.
I never thought about that. Is Inner Beast gone then?
Yes.
Weird.
I believe they said so, yeah. Inner Beast gauge is depleted by certain attacks, does not deplete entire gauge. Warrior, yeah, he also showed a punching skill, which was interesting.
It was cool. That used Beast gauge too, yeah.
Yeah. But when Ice Glow red during Inner Beast, when it reaches the full, when the gauge gets filled, you get red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's best part about that. Maim and Skull Sunder gives 10 Inner Beast /block gives 20 for 30 per rotation.
Mm-hmm. Storm's Eye.
Oh, Storm's Eye, of course. When gauge is full, it blinks red, and the warrior did 6 Fell Cleaves in a row. 6 Fell Cleaves in a row.
Nice.
Remember when they said they were gonna nerf Warrior?
Yeah, I was.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's not happening.
Are you kidding me?
We have the king. The king remains on his throne. It seems.
I'm pretty sure they lowered the potency of Felcleave.
Maybe.
Must be
the sad thing is, people saw the tooltip.
That will be unreal damage.
Wait, they saw the tooltip.
People saw the tooltip. Still 500.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
That's not final. It doesn't mean anything's final.
That's true. Might just be the old, but still.
No, I believe them. I believe them. Hey, we are nerfing Warrior, but maybe not.
At least they don't have the crit buff anymore because they don't have internal release anymore.
Oh yeah, right. True. So.
But it doesn't really matter, does it? No, it doesn't matter.
That came to my mind when I saw this kind of gauge things. Why do we want TP then?
Why do we want TP?
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, you mean? Oh, well, I mean, obviously not.
No, I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I in the case of Warrior, yeah, that is true. Why would we need TP?
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like TP, like how TP problems are going to be such less of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could maybe not, but it seems that way, doesn't it?
It's going to be gauge problems from now on.
Right.
I run out of fuel.
It's like why would like mages like black mages, summoners want the TP bar now? Now that Sprint doesn't consume any TP.
True. Yeah.
Is it going to be there? It's going to be a useless bar.
Maybe
it's going to be completely useless. Yeah, it shouldn't even be there.
True.
If you ask me.
That's true. Maybe they'll.
There are a lot of stuff that made me think a lot.
Yeah, the TP bar is useless, especially for casters. Yeah, I see how that's. Yeah, well, we'll see what they do with that. It's probably just going to remain in place. I don't think they're going to remove it. Then we talked about the monk. So the chakra is used to fuel stronger attacks. Riddle of the Earth refreshes greased lightning duration.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
That sounds nice. Monk attack animations have been revamped. They
also got secrets or whatever. What is it called?
Oh yes, it's what was it again?
What do they call it?
What didn't this?
They're calling it Riddle. Who knows if that's the name, but they also get Riddle of Fire as well.
Okay, yeah.
Which is basically turns them into a dragoon. It nullifies your grease lightning speed and makes you do 30% more damage.
That's pretty neat.
Awesome. That's great. So you're just basically gonna like be slow punching instead, going into beast mode. That's awesome. Sure.
Yeah. Secrets of Fire and Earth seems to be the final the thing people are going for, according to chat.
That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought it was secret.
Yeah. Monk combat hasn't changed much. But they added more elements to the class. That's basically it. But with a few changes that they have implemented, it seems like Monk is pretty OP already, so they don't really need to change much there. So, Red Mage. Red Mage learns Chain Spell. So that is confirmed now that we are actually getting Chain Spell. It would have been weird if we didn't get Chain Spell.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, but it is a bit of a different take on it. When casting a spell, the next spell is instantaneous. Use a short spell, then follow it with a longer spell instantly. So that's basically how Chain Spell works in 14 now. That's a pretty neat skill. Because if you have like a long cast thing, you do that after you do a short one, as I just said.
And they've said they intentionally made some of the cast times absurdly long.
Yeah.
So if you see a Red Mage hard casting like a 6-second cast ability, well, all right.
Yeah, you're out. It uses arrow spells to increase white mana, basically white magic, and fire spells to increase black magic, black mana. Which we talked about the gauge. This class seems to be like very focused on that gauge, though. Seems like the other ones weren't as focused on that. This one seems like wholly focused on this, almost.
Very focused on maintaining a balance.
Yeah.
It seems really engaging.
Yeah.
It does. Yes, it does. I agree.
Did you pun? Did you pun?
Yep.
Yeah, focus on balancing the two aspects to maintain high DPS. Focusing on one leads to bad DPS. Spellblade skill is driven between balancing the two. Spellblade skill is driven between balancing the two.
When it says balance, how deep does that go? I mean,
what do you
on
mean?
the video they were doing them sort of one at a time, weren't they? But do you need them to be like almost equal to do some skills, or?
I don't think you do. I think I'm going off of just my assumption here, but it looked like when he used the spell blades, or your melee attacks, whatever you want to call them, the bar just depleted a certain amount on both bars. So I don't think you need them exactly even. You just need enough of either resource to be able to do it. That's what I get from it, anyways.
I think that's correct. Critical hits on Chain Spell decreases the casting time of next spell of the same category. It's a lot of depth in this class, actually. Focus on creating chains to make your spells go faster and faster.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that is basically Red Mage. So I'm looking forward to Red Mage. I've been looking forward to Red Mage since The Realm Reborn. So I'm glad it seems like they're actually delivering on this one.
I think it really captures the essence of a Red Mage too, personally.
Yeah, it
like,
does.
Maybe not as damaging hitting spells, but you're basically a machine gun.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. Then we move on to Samurai. Samurai has a unique sprint, just like Ninja. If you run with your sword, you run like in a weird Naruto way. There wasn't much to say about that, really, because we already talked about his gauge. Yeah. Okay. So now, this is the big deal. This is the big one. The job action adjustments. Didn't we just talk about this? Yes, we did. Stone spell. We talked about the stone spell. I said we were going to talk about this later, but here it is again.
Right.
I can go into more detail. Stone spell will grow in power as you level to stone, stone 2, stone 3, stone 4. All are contained within one spell slot now. So, yeah, that's sort of self-explanatory. You only get one stone spell button on your hotbar, and it will upgrade as you learn the higher tiers. Which is fine. Except
it's gonna be good for doing synced content. That's I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, because right now I have to have like stone 1 like on my hotbar somewhere in case
like way
I
off to the
sync.
side.
Yeah, that happened to me for Ruin when I was leveling my summoner. I mean, sorry, my scholar.
Scholar, because you put Broil there, and then you have to move
I
it.
had it on the bad key. I think Broil was V, and the Ruin was in Shift B, so I didn't DPS on low-level dungeons because I just found it annoying.
Yeah,
I know
DPS
exactly what you mean.
with that key.
Yeah. So that problem is gone. So that's good. Consider these all to be the same spell. They contain the same effect with potency adjustments for level. Yeah, there's no changes to the spell, but they just, it's no.
There's a few instances where I am still concerned about it. I know that, obviously the stone 1 thing was a problem, but they seem to be getting something that adds up for that. But what about summoners?
Oh, yeah.
Because Ruin 1, 2, and 3, and it looks like they're getting a 4th spells. They don't serve the same purpose at all. They're not just potency upgrades.
Similarly with Black Mage and Fire and Blizzard.
Well, I think those are staying the exact same.
Yeah, those have to stay.
Yeah, I don't think Black Mage is losing anything.
No.
Except for the Thunders.
I think we watched some footage of Black Mage using the fire skills.
They do. They use all the skills in the trailer.
That's all right. As long as my class is
guess
fine.
It will be the same for Summoner.
No,
could be.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
That's
but Ruin 1 and 2 have the same potency.
I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
they specifically said that it was happening to Ruin.
They did. Oh, that is
so. Maybe what I was thinking is that possibly when you go into Dreadworm Trance, it automatically resets your Rune 1 to Rune 3.
Maybe.
Like on the fly, it's like okay, because there's only there's a few slim occasions where a summoner should cast Ruin 3 outside of Dreadworm Trance.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you should just ignore it.
Yeah.
Maybe as soon as you go into Dreadworm Trance, you actually gain the ability to cast it in the first place.
Yeah, that seems more like because they have to do it like that because casting Ruin 3, that's without being in Dreadworm Trance.
It's like half your MP.
Yeah,
there's a few instances where it makes sense. Like bosses at 1% health.
Yeah.
All right, burn your Rune 3s.
Yeah,
but for the average player, it's not something really you need to be concerned about.
Well, Thunder 1, there are changes happening to Thunder. Thunder 1 evolves into Thunder 3, and Thunder 2 evolves into Thunder 4 AoE, because they're both AoEs now. So this adjustment is made to reduce the strain of gamepad players, so you don't have to skip through all your how many do they have again? Because I haven't played on.
They added a new thing.
I think it's 10 or 16.
They added in that new thing so you could have more buttons, and now
they're
getting rid of them.
Yeah,
nice. Number of skills will remain the same. So after all this, with all the level 70 skills, we will have the exact same amount as we have now. Is that what it means?
They will have to fix it for 5.0.
Yeah, they'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Known issues, a lot of skills. Now we will make another revamp.
No, not revamp. Adjustment.
Call it a revamp.
I'm sorry, Lukile.
Okay, now, Paladin. Sword Oath and Shield Oath is still on global cooldown.
Can't say I'm excited for that, but I don't know.
But I noticed that Shield Oath is now something you obtain at level 30. And that was about fucking time. That has never made any sense for anyone. That you learn Sword Oath before Shield Oath as a tank.
Those are like the 10 levels where it's Paladin's actually hard to tank as.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Other than that, it's like super easy.
Like leveling in Cutter's Cry at level 38, it's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, so rejoice. Shield block works versus magic attacks now too.
That's the biggest one, I think.
Yeah, and they yeah,
but like that is huge. I honestly think that change alone might leave Dark in the dust.
I agree.
I really think so.
You know,
I
there
really
are tank busters that couldn't be blocked. You know, and now it will be possible.
So is Dark going to be able to parry magic? Because if not, which I don't think so, but if they can't, then Paladin becomes the go-to main tank on almost every fight.
Yeah. This is the expansion. This is Paladin's expansion, it seems.
Yes. I dealt with the ridicule and I get my reward.
Yeah. They did say this though, that they wanted to, because currently Paladin has like no protection against magic. Like it's just physical.
It's very weak.
Yeah.
Very weak. Yeah.
It also gets a spammable AoE attack.
Thank God.
Your prayers have been heard, Orange.
It was about time.
Yeah, and then they showed off.
Oh yeah.
Then they showed off the massive shield thing that can protect everyone in a cone behind them.
Like 20% of the duration of the stream.
Yes.
They were in that, stance.
And it should be. It should be.
It should be.
For 30 minutes.
They could have just had it for 4 hours. I would have been like, oh, yeah.
Reduces damage taken by 15% for all targets behind them. Increases Paladin block rate to 100%. So that's pretty neat. And it looked pretty cool. Yeah, just a side note about that stream. They were showing that off a bit too long.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic. It was way too long.
They were like,
it was a skill that I wanted to check it out by myself in game.
Orange got pissed because he gets
imagine not having watched that skill and watching it for the first time when you're actually playing it.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I get it though. Like that would have been like them not showing off a certain summoner thing that we'll talk about later.
Oh yeah.
They have to show it.
Players proud of their class.
But did it get you hyped, Orange?
Now that I'm not playing Paladin anymore, I'm a bit pissed.
Yeah. You still want to switch to Dragoon, Orange, after you saw that?
I will level Paladin. I will give one last chance to Paladin.
There's a big shield.
We'll give one last chance.
You can AoE.
Spammable AoE, Orange.
If you want to stay in the raid team, you'll play Paladin.
Oops. Yeah.
I think I'm stopping playing in Stormblood.
The skill name of this thing is called Passage of Arms, which is a pretty Passage of Orange. Recast is 120 seconds. Movement cancels the attack.
I have a question though. Can you stay in like that stance for 120 seconds and then use it again? Or like
18 seconds.
18 seconds. Yeah.
The whole fight.
That would have been nice. I'm just gonna stand here. Just stand behind me, guys.
Just gaze at me while I plant my shield. What's up? Oh, is something going on? Oh hi. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love how the person who did these notes, he's like, they showed it for so long. He's like making weird notes about princesses and whatever. Sub attribute changes. What?
I don't know what the hell
I'm just gonna skip that one.
Let's just skip to the next one.
Let's go to the actual attribute changes. Wait, did we?
Right.
Wait, no, wait.
Yeah, let's.
They just mislabeled it. These are the sub attribute changes.
Yeah, they are, but we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Aren't we supposed to talk about Summoner?
The stats.
Well, they did forget Summoner. Okay, well, let's talk about Summoner.
Yeah, because I mean,
they get vomit.
It looks okay, I guess.
It looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay.
Salty black mage.
It looks okay.
that was probably
awesome.
that and the Paladin Shield. No, Bahamut is better than the Paladin Shield.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, it's Bahamut.
Oh yeah.
They get Bahamut as a pet. That's like they finally
for 20 seconds.
For 20. Well, still,
But I don't even care.
And that's what people want. It's something to, a pet to be proud of.
I wonder though, do you have to resummon your pet after Bahamut leaves, or do you?
That's a big question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I want to bring this back to the benchmark.
Yeah.
Does anyone else remember when the Titan had legs in the benchmark?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean you can summon it as anything? It doesn't have to be Bahamut?
Maybe that's the eggy glamour.
Right. I mean, maybe, but maybe you can upgrade any of your eggies.
Oh god, that would be cool if you could upgrade.
Right? That's has
Does
no
that mean
basis in
mini-
reality. That's just me guessing.
Bahamut as well then.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking. That's my next point. Is like maybe we're getting like a regular Bahamut eggy. I'm
Or
sure they would have showed
giant
that off.
carbuncles.
Yeah, they probably would have shown.
Fucking yeah. 12-foot carbuncle. Please answer my prayer.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. They also got like a pretty cool gauge as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very oh wait, I know why it's not mentioned, because we get to the actual video later. Okay. Attribute changes. Parry gone. Orange.
We did it. We did it.
Oh well.
We did it.
Orange, your relic is useless.
But I agree.
Your relic has no use.
For those
Orange.
Yeah.
Stop. Just stop. We did
those-
it.
Caramel's relic is going to be
That
just
relic.
below
For-
everyone else's because they'll remove that stat. It's not going to be missing stats.
Yeah. Basically.
That relic of mine, which is 275, is going to be like 200 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot
You know-
believe you put.
It's
And
then,
possible that
we
they just
didn't think of-
auto-replace it.
Yeah, because that's the next part here.
It's possible that they auto-replace it with this new amazing thing.
Yes.
They can't even auto-replace the old skills. Do you think they are going to replace Barry for the new
His
stat?
relic is going to
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You're just gonna have like a grayed out parry. It's just gonna be grayed
Yeah.
out.
Like a line.
Yeah, a line strike through.
Well, it's not like they're removing parry from the game.
That's true. That is true.
But-
Parry isn't gone, but it's
I
just
don't
What if my relic is gone? Because
They'll just delete
it's
your
just
relic.
It's just this can't exist.
It'll be the first time it'll be possible to be a job without a weapon in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a paladin. Yeah, you don't have
just
to
log in as a level 1.
Yeah, you're just looking with the
It's
level
hard to
1 one.
reset you.
A weathered gladius, nice. Okay.
Yeah, there you
Yeah. So parry is getting replaced by tenacity, for tanks only. Increases tank damage output, reduces damage received. Basically, more or less like the World of Warcraft stat by the same name.
Now, I think the biggest problem that this new skill brings up is the demand that we need for percentages and actual information
Yeah, we do
on our
need that.
character.
Yeah. That's true.
Because, we need, I know everyone's going to figure out the stat weights and everything like that, but like some people are going to maybe assume that this skill is just the be all end all. Who knows if determination scales 3 times as strong for damage or not, right?
Mhm.
Or like, I feel like that really brings up the need for giving us more information about our stats in game.
Yeah.
Crit rate is another good one.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are we supposed to stack up to 4,000 crit?
Yeah, because
Or
it could. My
does it
our
stop
crit
after
rate could be
1,000?
like still at 2%.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always been like a weird.
Yeah. The 2 new stats bring up the need for that
Yeah.
a lot, in my opinion.
Totally. Do you think we'll ever see that though? in
No.
14?
I kind of don't think so.
No.
I feel like they want us to know as little as possible about the back end of this game.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I believe I might remember this wrong, but I believe they've actually said something like that before as well. That they don't want us to have all that information.
That's,
because
that's
we
the
are
reason
more
we won't get
clever
APIs.
than them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it is a bit weird, but yeah. About parry, you will still parry at a base rate, but it will not be on your equipment anymore.
Not be on your equipment anymore.
It will not be on your equipment anymore, Orange.
Sorry, Dragoons, you lost your best skill ever.
Yeah.
Dragoons, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
That 80% parry rate. How will you live?
Okay, so next, block would only activate from the front. Block now works on all angles.
But I'm a bit confused about that, because when you block, there isn't like an animation in your paladin, right?
Yeah, there is.
Have you noticed that? Yes.
Doesn't he hold his shield up?
Yeah. No, he goes.
How are you going to know if you're going to block from behind? It's like
he's gonna throw his shield behind him.
Wait, you can block from all directions?
Yep. Block now works on all angles. So I please look forward to that animation.
Well, it's probably the same as the auto attack. Like auto attack, you still attack even though there's nothing there, and it hits behind you somehow.
Yeah,
so I'm sure it'll be the same
That's
thing.
true.
Yeah. It'll be like you'll be getting attacked from behind. Block the like go towards it. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we look forward to that. Another big one. Accuracy is dead.
No.
Accuracy will be removed from the game. You can still miss, however, if you are fighting someone stronger than you. You can still miss, however, if you're fighting someone that is stronger than you. So basically, leveling roulette, you'll probably miss a few times as you're leveling.
So the one really weird thing about this change to me is that it's almost becoming completely opposite of what it is now. Whereas it seemed like, for the most part, tanks had the best chance to hit. It was very hard to miss as a tank. Obviously, you have the accuracy increase from your tank stance and stuff. Now, if a blind goes out, so I think what it is it's 100% from the front, 110 from the side, and 120 from the rear. I think those are the numbers. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Now, if a raid-wide blind goes out, what the idea is that melee DPS can move to the back to miss less often.
Yeah.
I mean, tanks are gonna miss all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems really weird to me.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
I feel like it should be the same on the front and the back. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah,
because the way they've lined it out now, that basically what's going to happen. That tanks are just going to miss for forever almost. But yeah, that's text from the front targets. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe tanks become immune. Maybe the one who has aggro doesn't get affected.
That's going to be quite upsetting because black mages always have such high accuracy. That's not really needed for the class. But I have never missed in this game ever.
Right.
I didn't even from my point of view, you can't miss.
It's impossible.
Very interesting.
That's why you're playing a noobless.
Yeah, sure. Try DPSing as a white mage. Try DPSing as a white mage.
Hey, 1 in 10 of my skills hit. We're doing better today, boys.
Thanks for your 11 DPS, Lukey.
Yeah. Raid monsters are at similar levels to players, so no need to worry. So again, you don't have to worry about accuracy in that situation. Blind can lower your below 100% accuracy, as we talked about. Right. Accuracy down debuffs can cause misses as well. So basically, it's a stat that's there, but you can't put it on your gear anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You can't modify it. You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So instead, we're getting a direct hit attribute that will replace the accuracy stat for DPS. It acts as a semi. This one is nice. As a semi-critical hit, where your damage will be raised by a percentage and will work as a damage boost stat.
Seems like most people are saying it's a mini crit that happens more often.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
nice.
Whatever. Sure, great. The
best part is that you can deal a direct critical at the same time. So you can crit and mini crit at the same time.
I can't wait.
Hey, Maela, how are you going to like those 40k Fire 4s?
That's literally what I was saying to say. I cannot wait for 40k.
Oh, you will see damage numbers jump to exciting heights this way.
Oh my god.
Also affects
you will.
Also affects the determination value of the character.
Triple Fire 4 direct hit crit. Oh my god.
Wait, it affects the determination value of a character.
Mm-hmm.
But can't you still put determination on it?
Oh,
See,
no.
that confused me a bit. I don't know. They
Wasn't
didn't
there
say.
some mention of replacing accuracy material with direct hit material as well?
Right. That, yeah.
Yes.
So now we're having both?
So why put determination on anything?
Well, maybe...
that doesn't make any sense. It can't affect determination.
We'll never know.
This is weird. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they would say that then. Well, we'll see. Maybe they changed determination as well, but they didn't say anything. They must have made adjustments to it.
Possible.
That, or is it just a mistranslation?
Mm-hmm.
Which
could be it.
Could also be it. Yeah. Also, piety is no longer a primary attribute. It's now a sub-attribute, and you can now overmeld piety only for healing classes.
Oh.
Retains the same utility as before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's still there, but it's not a primary. So I guess by primary it means we don't get it on our gear. Probably. Or maybe. I don't know what they mean. Well, it's a sub-attribute, basically. But
may I confess something?
Confess, Orange.
I don't know what overmeld is.
Okay, thank you for watching Speakers of Fire. Overmeld Orange.
What?
That's what happens when you don't meld in this game.
Yeah, Orange doesn't meld at all.
Okay, so you have 2 slots in your gear, right?
Yeah.
So you can put those. You can fill those 2 slots. It's a guaranteed chance to put the materia in. You can meld beyond how many slots you have.
Really?
At a way reduced chance.
What is going on?
This has been XIV learning.
I see.
Up to 5, and they get to like 2% chance or something
Right.
for the 5th one, so it's
Very
very
low
difficult.
chance.
I cannot believe.
What's your crafting gear like?
Although I'll give him this, you can't overmeld good gear anymore.
That's true.
So it's not like you can't overmeld Shire gear or anything.
No.
So I'll give you that, Orange. It's not
But
as common as it used to be.
Like normal melted Shire gear.
Yeah.
It's like
you should be melding your Shire gear.
Yeah, I just play it. It's like I don't want the best gear. I just want to.
Orange has never melded in his entire life.
Wait! I unlocked melding, so I had to.
So you've melded once. You melded the tutorial.
Yeah.
meld.
Yes. That's sure.
Somebody meld Orange's gear for free. Like, just please. Orange, there's an NPC now. You don't even need to do it yourself. You can walk up to a goblin, he'll do it for you.
And the materia is free, just dude unscathed.
Yeah.
But you can sell it for
there you have it. He's too greedy. He's too greedy.
It's like, why do I want to upgrade my gear?
Why do I want to upgrade my gear?
I'm still tanking with the 250 eye level gear. I don't want to change to 260 because why not? I can play everything in this game. So
we have to move on before I lose.
Please. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna die if we don't move on. Okay. Anyway, tank damage. Tank damage formula is being changed to include strength again.
Well, it already did.
They already did that, yeah. Tank-specific accessories will only be vitality. Tanks cannot equip strength gear anymore.
What confused me about this is strength and vit are pretty much even right now. It's just one also gives you health.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I have a misunderstanding of how it works, but from what from every tank I've ever talked to, if you add 1 point of strength and 1 point of vit, it scales the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Just one gives you health, so why wouldn't you take the one with health?
Right. Yeah.
So does that mean strength is going to be higher than vit now, like back to where it used to be?
Probably, because now that you literally can't equip strength gear.
Right.
So so now they're free to change that to probably higher again.
Okay.
Yeah. So was that all about the attribute changes, or did we miss something?
No, I think we talked about it all.
Yep. Let's move on. Yeah, let's do the ground mounts. So they're increasing the ground mount speed.
Right.
They showed the new Paladin Lion mount covered in armor, and versus a Chocobo running at normal speed. The Lion was at 200%.
That was funny.
And that was That was fast.
Yeah.
That
the
was
animation looked a bit dumb.
Yeah, the animation is the
It
same.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, they said this does not mean we're getting the cloud mount.
The
I'm
cloud.
very
I
happy
must
about that.
say it's not a thing I asked for.
It's not a thing you asked for, but
No.
but it's not a thing I like that. I like because I mean around the Realm Reborn areas are pretty
Small.
I think it would have been kind of more interesting if they told us if the flying was faster.
Yeah.
Because what's
The
the point? Like, I don't really care.
No.
The only time it
Right.
helps me out is, sure, it's great to get around Karthus Central Highlands now.
Yeah.
That's the only time I care.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
for doing those annoying leaves where it makes you go to like
Mhm.
white.
Oh. Yes.
God.
Yes. Okay. In that situation, I'm glad they did that. But that was 200%. Didn't they talk about like 300% as well?
Oh my god.
It was unsure. They said there's 2 increases. We don't know
Yeah.
if that was the highest increase. So
Yeah.
like maybe it goes 150 then 200, or
Because
maybe there's faster. I don't know.
if it goes faster than that, that's pretty crazy.
It's gonna look stupid.
Especially if they keep the same
will we
animation.
have like different chocobo racings, like to 100% speed, 200%.
Are you
speed?
talking about chocobo racing right now?
Yeah, we're getting the Mario like CC.
Yeah, that is
yeah, yeah.
Mario.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That'd be hilariously.
Oh god.
Imagine playing at that speed with the the reaction times that are in this game.
Yeah.
You will have to jump like at the start of the.
You have to jump at the start, just like when it counts down. You have to
Yeah.
prepare to jump.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I want it. Before we talk about PvP, I did just think we forgot to talk about Bard.
Oh boy, we did. we just jumped. That's true. Let's talk about Bard. We're very.
No one plays Bard anymore.
I do. Fuck.
No.
Okay, Bard. I can't believe that's not on here.
I don't know.
Bard.
I feel like we might have missed another one, to be honest. But
we've missed some stuff here. Bard, no longer a Bard mage. Removing the cast times. Same goes.
They'll be back for 5.0. Don't worry.
I hope so.
It'll be back. Wait, did they also remove it from Machinist?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So both Machinist and Bard. So yes, you're not too happy with this.
See, I'm on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I like the cast times. I think it makes the job more difficult in a fun way. But the main reason I'm not happy with it is because it seems like they just don't know what they're doing with Bard.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's this way. The people who don't play Bard complain that they don't lose DPS when they move. All right. Okay. We'll fix it for the people who don't play Bard. Pisses off the people who play Bard. All right. Okay. Now we'll give them cast times. And the people who don't play Bard say they won't play Bard because it has cast times and they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to change it again. Pisses off the people who play Bard. Like it seems like they're changing it for the people who don't play Bard more than they're actually changing it for Bards.
Yeah. I guess.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
Because a good Bard will be able to just dance between Wanderers and without it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Though
that being said, I'm very happy that at least for a visual identity, Bard is now actually a Bard.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I think that's fantastic.
True.
So I'm still gonna give Bard a chance. I'm not gonna, write it off because it doesn't have cast times. Because I liked it in A Realm Reborn too.
Yeah.
That being said, I hope it doesn't become too easy.
Yeah, that
without the cast times.
Yeah. That is also a possibility. But yeah, they also got like a UI. We didn't mention that at all. But does that mean that I just wondered? Does this mean that the ballads no longer consume MP?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like
Looks
it's a
like they're on a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
And they do
interesting.
not affect your party members anymore, which I think is the biggest change.
Oh yeah. That is.
So like, and no foes seen in the trailer either. So is Mage's Ballad gonna be your magical damage down on your target? Is is Army's Paeon gonna be a physical damage down on your target? Don't know.
This
Wanderer's Minuet affects the enemy? What?
I don't know what to. Oh god, Bard is gonna be so fucked up. It seems like everyone who's playing Bard right now should be very nervous when they log in.
I am nervous.
What expects you? What will face you when you log in? God.
But I'm happy that we moved the cast timers. It's like what you said. I'm not a Bard player, and I didn't like it. And that was a thing that I never accepted.
What?
So I just gave out
the casting time.
The casting timers.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people did not like those cast timers.
I didn't like them at all. So
but I mean, yeah.
I'm happy about.
Well,
bye everyone.
So much.
I accidentally pressed the end stream button. Sorry. Hello. Pretend that didn't happen.
This episode of Speakers of Highland is made possible by our generous patrons.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. Warm. Okay. Did we? Yeah, we did talk about Bard now. So, is there anything else about Bard we forgot, or any other class for that matter?
Yeah, let us know if we forgot any other class.
Yeah,
I don't think we
chats,
did.
please.
I think we're good. We didn't talk about Astro.
Astrologian. Sorry,
we
what?
didn't talk about Astro.
Is Gorse Barrel being removed on Machinist? Or is it
no. Well, I mean, the effect it had is gone.
As in cast timers.
The Gauss barrel, yes, as in cast timers. The Gauss barrel is now the thing that generates your heat gauge.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
so
the
yeah,
same
we're talking
again.
about Astro.
Astro. What changes did we get there?
None. It's the
same. Yeah, it did seem.
But
like
it has like a nice little gauge to know what card you're holding, in case you can't look at the top of the screen.
Yeah, but I think that shows what the card you used.
Yeah, it has a nice way to display the cards.
For the visually impaired who can't just look to the top of their screen and look at the icon. That's really specific for each card.
It's got a third. You can draw a third card now in a third slot.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So so you can draw your normal card. You can draw your card that is going into your pocket. You know, your good old pocket
card.
Your good old pocket balance. And the third one is you can turn any of your cards into a lord or a lady.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
so
very, very regal.
Very regal.
Mm-hmm.
And they draw all three at the same time. What's up?
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Do they?
Yep, they do. They do.
See, this is why I shouldn't have a job and should have watched the live letter.
Exactly.
I mean, you could have just watched the Job Actions trailer. But...
Yeah,
I did watch it, but I didn't pay
attention
to Astrologian.
I
paid a lot of attention to their outfit because it was quite nice, but not the actual job.
Also, we didn't talk about Dark Knight, but there isn't.
There's nothing to talk about.
No,
Dark Knight.
I think Dark Knight is the
Let's just skip it.
Yeah,
I'll just say it. It looks like garbage. It's not going to be a good expansion to be a Dark Knight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you, but it's true.
Even before it's the best class.
No, it's not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be.
No.
I hope I'm wrong, but it's going to be trash.
Yeah. In before all the angry Dark Knight comments.
Yeah. Sorry.
It sounded like Yazz.
We have
everything
a red
he said sounded like orange.
We have one already.
That was orange. I didn't say that.
Okay. From one controversial topic to another, I think we do have time to talk about PvP. Changes to the PvP system.
You have to talk about Maela's and me, our reactions. You know, when you
my reactions have changed slightly to this.
Oh yeah. Let's first of all, level restrictions have been lowered. I think you can do what level is it now? 30?
It was 30. It's 30, then 50, then 60.
Right. So there are three.
Are they doing multiple tiers? I thought it was just everything was down to 30 now.
Is that the new thing?
That's how I interpreted it.
Sure, that's
why am I listening to my
total normal playing field.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Right. Okay. It's level 30. Level 30 and level 60 or 70, or I don't know.
I mean,
are they doing tiers now, or is it just you?
I don't think so.
It's just all synced.
I'm pretty sure it's all level 30 now.
Okay.
That was the reason with the lowered abilities and everything. It's just level 30.
Yeah.
Flat.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so the problems they found with PvP was that they felt that the level restrictions were too high, so they lowered them. Too many job actions, which we will get back to. PvE. Wait, what is going on here? Balance issues between
PvP.
Yeah.
Balance AKA issues. Machinist being just broken.
Yeah.
Machinist is broken.
Action point disparity and overly complex controls.
Very much so.
So it was time for a change. So these are the changes. Level restriction removed. Any job over level 30 can participate, which I just said. PvP attributes determined by role. Stats are normalized by role. So, what? Tank.
I don't know what that means.
No, me neither. Tank, healer, melee DPS, range DPS, caster. Gear no longer affects performance. Used as glamours only.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Wow. Let me read that line again. Gear no longer affects performance. Used as glamour only.
What it essentially, I think what it means with this section is that every caster will have the same stats. Every range DPS will have the same sort of weighted stats.
I mean,
there's no sort of gear or increases or anything like that. It's all, everyone is balanced perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes even farther that in the net, like as we'll get to soon, that there's no health anymore. Essentially, it's everyone has the same health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So they're taking that really far.
PvP hotbars for each class, which I think
Thank God.
we will also get to that. Visual demonstration PvP. So yeah, as we said, HP seems to be the same for everyone.
Very interesting.
I think somebody noticed one difference where somebody, like I think that they said the red mage had less health than the dragoon and the white mage.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, why not?
I guess, you know, obviously healers, because they're targeted so much, I guess need the same as a melee DPS.
Oh yeah,
but
that
maybe,
probably makes
maybe
sense.
the range have a less amount. I don't know.
Well, they did say though, to be fair, that the numbers and stuff that wasn't final, so that might
exactly
be placeholders. Hotbar notification of being changed to PvP hotbar. So basically, you have like a PvP hotbar that it switches to when you go into PvP. So you don't have to make like a second hotbar. They have to turn on and off. Like the current system is pretty stupid. Post entering PvP, both jobs were reduced. Oh yeah, we talked about that. The HP. PvP actions drastically reduced. There are now only 10 total actions.
Now, is it 10 plus your combos, which we'll talk about the combos in a second, but is it 10 plus your combos or 10 including your combos?
I don't think it's including your combo. I think it's
just
excluding
10.
Your combo.
10 skills that you can use, and
then two of those are your combos.
Well, it goes on to completely lie. It says only 10 total actions, but then the next bit it says 9 plus 2 plus adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's true. It does.
12.
That's 11.
Oh yeah,
that's 11 is excluding.
Can't even do math.
Yeah. Well, nice try, Reddit. Nice try, Reddit.
It is 12. Don't lie to me.
Adrenaline rush. I wouldn't necessarily count that a skill.
I guess. Yeah.
It's up in the air. I would consider it more of like just a limit break, right?
Yeah, it is. So yeah, so 10. No, 11.
11. Or 12. But either way, they're wrong. They're wrong.
They're wrong. So there are 9 actions per job, 2 select actions to adrenaline rush. Allows PvP to be balanced without affecting PvE balance.
That's awesome. That's a great change. Yeah. That's the biggest thing for me.
So they can make like OP skills for DPS that don't affect PvP and the other way around.
And this one's good.
PvP actions are a different icon color.
We did it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Finally, because
sure, why not?
I'm always trying to use the grayed out PvP actions.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell.
Finally.
Wait, I can't go God mode in PvE? Like, I can't... What? Oh. Okay.
Melee directional requirements removed?
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, it takes away a little difficulty, but that's fine.
Okay. Consolidated combos to free up
big one.
hotbar space. Hitting one button to combo.
There is something I want to talk about on this point.
Yeah.
And I don't understand really. There is something that has been bugging me a lot. And do you know the 3 main attacks for Dragoon? The 1, 2, 3 combo.
Yeah.
Which requires no positioning. Why don't they make those 3 skills 1?
I mean, that's a big debate right now.
But
they should do
you're
that
not going to use the second one or the third one without using the first one.
Oh
first.
Yeah, right, like that.
I get what you're saying.
It's like when I saw this, I thought that what I said before, it's not possible in this game, but it is. So why don't they make that for PvE as well? It will be much more accessible to new players. And
I think what it comes down to is it's boring.
Yeah.
I mean, you will have
just
to press
boring.
the same key thrice. So that.
Think about it this way, Orange. Paladin would go from going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, or something like that, to literally 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like, no, I don't want that. That's. I will fall asleep.
The one button tank.
Yeah.
What a dream.
Like who? That's. I would rather not.
Another thing that I wanted to say before, but I forgot, was that I know something that will make skills much easier. When I'm reading a skill, like I'm talking mostly about DPS classes, there's like deals 100% potency attack combo. If you did this attack after that one, deals 260. You can't skip the first line because it's confusing for new players. Like
you just mean
every skill deals 100 potency, but if you do it on a combo action, you deal a lot more. So why do you want to, say that thing again and again? It's a thing I've never liked it.
I can understand that.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I think it does make it kind of obvious when it glows yellow. But I understand.
Yeah, but when you're a new player and you're trying like a lot of classes, you just get tired of reading that line.
Wait, hold on. What exactly are you talking about? The tooltip right now? Like
yes. When you read
why are we talking about the tooltip?
I think though, Orange, they've made it to a point where you get your combos in order.
Yeah.
So you have to be a pretty bad player to have not pressed 1 and realize, okay, now I got a second skill and it's glowing. To then press 2.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that much of a stretch to learn.
Let me explain it.
I still don't know why you're talking about why the tooltip, because if you don't want to read the tooltip, then don't read the tooltip. Anyway, we were talking about PvP. Does this have anything to do with PvP, Orange?
Not exactly, but I forgot about when we were talking about skills.
Welcome to Speakers.
There's a lot of people saying that this consolidated combos is like a precursor to PvE changes. And I mean, that is up for debate, but
let me read it now.
Okay.
I got the skills. Fast Blade, which is the first attack for Paladin to make the first combo actions, delivers an attack with a potency of 150. Okay. But then we read the third one of that combo.
Oh, right.
Which is, let me read it, Rage of Alone. And it starts with delivers an attack with a potency of 100. But I don't want that. That's confusing for new players. It was confusing for me when I started playing.
So you want them
and I have a lot of friends who got confused by this. Why can't you start saying that this skill, this action is deals 260 after Savage Blade?
Right.
I think a better solution to that would be you're just not allowed to use those skills until they come off of a combo.
Yeah, that
exactly.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
A bit on the side, but I guess I agree.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
I get you.
You didn't understand me.
For those that didn't get what we were talking about before this, basically you can line up a combo and it will just be one button. You press that button and you do your combo. Was it 3 or was it 2? It was 3, right? 3. You could queue up
3 skills.
3 skills.
No, you could do 4.
4.
Yeah, they showed it for Dragoon because they had their all the way up till wheeling thrust or Fanging Claw or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, right.
So yes, they had a 4-part combo.
Nice. Well, that's the thing. They also removed stun
for PvP.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. They also reduced the sleep potency. I mean, how much can you reduce sleep now? Like, sleep had already been reduced. It's like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's 1 second now.
Yeah, it's just a second.
Okay. Good.
Sleep is the new stun.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, sleep becomes the stun. Okay, great. Sure, whatever. Like,
yeah, that's a bit. I don't know what I feel about that.
Now, I have a question because I haven't PvP'd in a lot of maybe the most popular. Like, I don't play League or anything like that. But are there no stuns in those games?
What, in other games?
In other games.
Well, like in like the most popular
like
PvP
there are
games.
stuns in all of them.
Yeah.
So why are they so averse to having stuns now?
I don't know.
Because I know it's clearly an attempt. Okay, we're gonna copy some of the things the other games do.
When I talked to you, Lukile, that the stun didn't work as I wanted in PvP because they were like, if you did the stun to the other player, he could walk like 2 seconds before or 1 second before he got stunned. That I think they are trying to avoid that because they cannot fix it. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And it's not something that really works.
I'm noticing in chat because I was just as I read that line, I do believe they said that stun might be one of the optional skills because you can choose an optional skill. And I believe.
Why would you not bring it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, there's nothing more fun than stunning somebody and just pushing them off an edge. That's the greatest feeling in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So apparently we have stun, but it's optional, so you have to actually choose it.
Sure.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah. They also said that Black Mage will handle differently during PvP.
Probably like
but that also,
lower cast times.
Probably. There will also be PvP adjustments pre-season. So look forward to that. And we have to save. Next episode we'll talk about the jump potions then. I think this is the end of this segment. Unless we have any closing words on this.
Do you want to just say how you feel about the PvP, the new changes?
I mean, I'm not a big PvP player, but I am cautiously optimistic, as I usually am. I hope they know what they're doing. There are massive changes here, so
it's a big deal.
Yeah, so it might actually make it.
Deal.
Yeah, it might actually make it better. It could also make it awful.
They gave up on making PvP like a competitive scene. Like this is going to be like more of a arena, or I don't know. I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't care less about PvP right now.
Because PvP
but now I'm going to try it because it's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
And I may like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good change because I know I've heard a few people that are pretty into PvP say, well, now what advantage do we have? And I think that's a total bullshit argument because your advantage is you still understand positioning better. You still understand the tactics of PvP better. So I think it just makes it so somebody else can jump on in, right? Without, feeling like I have to put in 300 hours of PvP to be able to compete, right?
Yeah.
But anybody who still has put in those 300 hours and understands PvP on a next level, they're still going to destroy. Like if you run into a pre-made, you're still going to get wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think overall it's a great change. It's going to allow the people who are really good to stay really good, and the people who aren't as good to at least have a stepping stone into getting into it, and then possibly becoming really good.
Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, I think it's good.
But PvP, as it was designed for this game, wasn't like best.
I agree. It was essentially just take your PvE skills, but use them on a player.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it became, and that's not really anything special or fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, you're totally right.
I'm happy with this.
Maela?
Me too.
I mean, PvP currently is terrible. I can't stand it. It's clunky. I hate having the additional PvP skills that you need to learn all of them like instantly, or you're never going to be good at it. It's just awful.
Yeah.
And when I heard about this massive change, I thought, well, they're just making it worse. But actually, having thought about it, this could be a really good change. I mean, it's making everyone on a really balanced playing field. The new abilities are all going to be kind of like, you get the 2 choice ones, which is interesting. You know, could lead to sort of slight talent tree. You know, if interesting builds, and if it's fun, I'll play PvP. And if a lot of people feel the same way as me, the queues will go down, and then everyone will be happy. So we'll see. But I am optimistic for this.
Let's hope.
We are all positive.
We're all positive.
What happened? What happened?
For once, we're all positive about it.
No, you know what? I take it back. I hate it. It's the worst thing ever.
It's shit.
But I love how Maela said that it was terrible.
Yeah, everyone was negative.
I want it at the same time because I will be hated by a lot of PvP players. But he said it. Well,
yeah.
So we're on the bad side of PvPers and Dark Knights now.
Yeah. Oops.
We got it. We did it.
Okay. Okay, let's wrap that one up. We have one last segment. Guess what, guys? We finally did the minimum eye level thing for Hawkman.
Wow! It was. Whew.
It was. That was the run. That was great.
That was a good way to spend 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was. I thought we'd just take a look at that now while we cool down from all this live letter discussion. So let's take a look at that, and we'll be back right after. Okay. That
the
was...
real question, though. Who was Fireplace?
Who was Fireplace? We don't know.
Who was Fireplace?
Okay, so that
was difficult.
It was not that difficult, was it?
It was the same as normal.
Yeah. That seems to be a theme here. But at least, I mean, we do spend a lot of time in there. We do spend like a full 45 minutes to clear it. But
yeah, but that was
the only difficult thing.
Yeah, now let's find out where we're going next.
Level 50 or above.
I'm gonna hold the lid now.
Never reap.
Oh my god, if we get never reap.
Oh my god, never reap.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Brave Flux hard,
I
please.
looked in there. I don't know if I'm... Okay, here we go.
Rigged.
Oh my god, Sastasha.
Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking...
No.
Okay,
I will leave the podcast.
Stone Vigil.
I'm leaving the podcast.
It's a two... Oh,
what does that say?
It's Hawkman! Oh my god.
I'm not going there again.
Oh, this is great. Yes, we're going back.
All right, fantastic.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Amazing. That happened. Hawkman are hard.
I might not be able to.
We might finally find out who Fireplace was.
Yeah.
We might.
It's true.
We might.
Some deep lore behind the series.
Yeah, anyways, it's time to wrap it up. I'm Lukile Bravestone. I've been joined by Maela and Yazz, Orange Caramel, Yazz Pot. We'll be back next week, same time. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this episode of Speakers of Heidler. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want more. We're also on Twitter at twitter.com/speakersxiv and on Facebook at facebook.com/speakersxiv. The show is also available in audio form on iTunes. Link is in the description. If you want to watch the show live, the show runs live every Saturday at 7 p.m. GMT, 12 p.m. PDT on twitch.tv/speakersofheidlen and on youtube.com/speakersxiv. If you want to support the show, consider pledging to our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.